I think anybody over 50 years old can improve. Our brain cells start dying when we're 28, 30 years old. So anybody over 50, if you want to maintain your health or if you want to get in better health, I say absolutely. My name is Tweet Coleman, and this is my Aviv story. I teach for the Enrichment Academy here. Actually, I teach brain enrichment, mindfulness, take your life off of autopilot, those types of courses. Last year, my husband and I came to the few of the seminars, and so we had to hear it a few times, So we finally decided last year, yes, we're going to take the Aviv protocol. So sadly, in December 13th of 2023, my husband passed away. Yeah, unexpectedly. And I was really taken aback. We were married for 54 years. But I took it because of my situation, and I wanted to have some physical, mental, and emotional support, if you will. And I knew from coming to the seminars that it was a very supportive community here, and I thought it would just be a perfect fit. I mentioned to a couple of my good friends, I said, hey, I'm going to take the Aviv protocol, and they said, why? And they said, you play tennis, you teach at the Enrichment Academy, you teach brain enrichment, you travel as an international speaker. Why would you ever do that? And I said, well, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. However, if I can get that competitive edge emotionally, mentally, especially after Patrick's passing, I think I want to be proactive about my health care and do it. My third or fourth session, I noticed an improvement in my energy. Yeah. And you might say, well, how is that? Well, actually, I play tennis a couple of times a week, and I could feel more energy, and especially in the heat and humidity that we have here in Florida, but I did feel more energy, and it only continued. I think the processing speed, when I was debriefed with Dr. Mo, my processing speed was increased. That was probably one of the most notable things. If I had to describe what was happening in my brain is that when I took photographs of my brain, looked at it, it was like these small little cobwebs up there. But then the post pictures of the brain, it appeared to be clear in my brain. So that's one major takeaway that I was, able to see. I have classes on mindfulness, navigating mindfulness, and so on. So I wanted to write a workbook to supplement the classes. This is my fourth book. It's Becoming Mindful, A Key to Happiness. I wrote this book because brain health is wealth. That's my tagline for all my classes. Brain health is wealth. So the oxygen therapy is working directly with your brain. Your brain is the command center. It's where everything starts. So if I can keep it as healthy and alive as can be, then I'm there. I'm open to the fact that after 2 years, I'll come back for maybe another 10 dives or so on. So really, in many ways, this is just the beginning for me. And I'm just so fortunate that it's in our backyard here.